Good morning. It's a spring morning. It's about a little after 6, and the birds are singing, and I'm awake because this is the time that dads go on photo adventures before the children wake up. We're gonna go on, see if we can go for a little walk. I'm gonna shoot with a Fuji X-T2 today with 35mm f2 lens. I'm gonna try and keep it really simple and light, and just enjoy this morning. So it's really overcast. Ooh, there's the train. That's the one thing that will wake my children up. So hopefully they are sleeping a little more soundly and don't wake up while I'm gone. Give me a couple more minutes. There's one noisy train for a 4 or 5-year-old. For a 5-year-old, the train horn is the loudest thing in the world. Oh, that tree. I decided to take pictures today in black and white for a specific reason. Sometimes color can be distracting, or it doesn't necessarily add to a photograph. There's nothing especially radical about the light that's in the morning here. It's a pretty overcast day, so I'm going to shoot all these images in black and white. It also gives me a little bit of limitation, so I have to stick to the rules and not deviate from those. It shows some discipline. My brain has to think about shape and texture and things of that sort a little bit more than if I was aiming for color. So that's the story of why all these pictures are in black and white. So sometimes I see a picture from the road and I don't have time, or I have youngsters in the back seat where I can't get that picture, so I sort of make a mental note of it in the back of my head. Sometimes I actually physically write it down, but this is one of those. So I saw this burst of flowering tree from the side of the road the other day, and it looked so different from its surroundings that it really stuck out. I think that as a black and white image, especially this time of day, it's going to be pretty fantastic. There's those house lights behind it, which might prove to be a little bit distracting, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway here. You'll notice in the black and white image how the the tones make such a difference, whereas in color, this image wouldn't necessarily have the same effect. It would have a different effect, but not this effect that I'm going for. Get a little bit closer. Sometimes I'll shoot from a little further back. They're like these little explosions of fireworks between the trees. Really quite amazing. Get a little closer. I don't know what kind of trees these are, to be honest. Dogwood maybe? That tone behind the trees really makes a big difference. So normally I see these trees sort of standing on their own, or but they're rarely in a space with other trees. A little unusual to me. Cool. So these trees here, I believe they're poplar trees, and they're just starting to get those flowers on them. They will have the most beautiful shimmering leaves once the leaves are on there. They create an amazing display, but that hasn't happened yet. Oh, good thing. I'll come back and show you then. For now, we'll just think about their shape. Oh man, look at that. Look at that sky. That texture is amazing. It's like an ocean. The sky is an ocean. Those clouds. Look at those rolling clouds. So those poplar trees that I told you about earlier, this is a little bit of leftovers from when the leaves were on there. They've fallen off, they've been through winter, and so that's what they're gonna look like. That's what those little flowers on the tree have the look for too. Right? Alright, so this is something sort of interesting. Must be a low place in the ground here, so we end up with this big puddle, and that's part of the reason why I'm wearing boots today. We can see there's that reflection here. Remember, I'm shooting in black and white, so I'm gonna pull out some of that texture. But actually, ooh. Did you hear that squishiness? That's squishy. Too squishy, too squishy. Maybe I'll just go on the nuts. We'll squish it right. That's pretty cool. Hear that? It's like echoing back and forth. There's another real shrill. You might not be able to pick up on it. There's a real shrill sort of call. I don't know what that is. There's a bird in this picture. You probably can't see it. Oh, you see? See that little flit? Maybe you saw it. I don't know. Probably we just overshot that. Oh, more mess. I don't know if I want to deal with it this morning. So there are some days where I'm willing to put up with walking through the muck and the mess. Today is just not one of those days. I think I'm going to head back to my house. But this is just a short example of how you can take a little amount of time that you have and use it to go get some images, to practice shooting in a particular way, or looking for a specific scene that you might have noted before. Hopefully it encourages you to go out and stop watching YouTube and take some pictures. I know. Here I am making YouTube and telling you not to watch it. I'm gonna close it down for the day. See ya. Okay, so I know I signed off there, but I got one more image for you. So this, my friends, is a sycamore tree. Yeah, just like in Zacchaeus was a wee little man was he. But I love the sycamore tree because of the bark and the tones of that bark, lights in the darks. Now it's just starting to get its leaves on there. It's a little late to get leaves on compared to some other trees, but pretty cool.